20 minutes. They gave me a gift card because I waited so long. This was yesterday's to-do list. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Good morning, friends. Welcome to a slightly or probably unedited morning routine. I love watching these videos, but these girls be going hard with, you know, the editing on them. And I don't have time to film all those beautiful things. So, good morning. It is 6 a.m. or more like 6:20 now because I got out of bed to turn on the light because the sun is not rising yet. And we're going to get Okay, so here's the tea. I feel like my generation really glamorizes this idea of having mental health issues. And I don't think anyone means to glamorize it because if you really experience depression, anxiety, ADHD, an eating disorder, any of those things, you really do go through a lot. And when you know that other people go through it, it's much easier to deal with that. So when you are posting on social media, it's easy to just want to seem like you are a hot mess because everybody else seems to be. So I noticed the idea that people who are just posting a regular picture or a regular TikTok, if they always want to add something about how they're fucked up too, or they have a mental health issue too. And sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, but either way, I noticed that it gets us to a place where we feel like this is normalized and it's okay, and going through these mental health issues that we go through, the hard parts of that can be ignored because, hey, everybody's experiencing it. So I felt that when it came to eating issues and when it comes to anxiety, well, everybody has it, everybody's dealing with it, so I don't have to take care of myself in a way. I don't know if that's resonating, but my changed mindset is that it's better to demonstrate how you're trying to take care of yourself because that can help give people ideas on how they can do it too. So the reason this is my morning routine for anxiety is that if I don't do these things, if I don't have this routine, I can literally feel it in my body, and around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or maybe it's 2 or 3, when I'm in a meeting with someone, I'll get a pang of anxiety and overwhelm and feel like I can't continue to take on the day. All this is to say that just because I wake up early and do all these things, that's how I have to manage my anxiety because I work way better in the mornings, and and by the end of the day, the world sometimes is just really too much for me to take on, and my brain can't handle that. So that's why I wake up at 6 a.m. Additionally, I feel like there's many things you can do for managing your own anxiety that probably wouldn't work for me. So that's why I make it a point to do these things in the morning. So we are right now doing skincare. I just do this because I don't want to be ugly, honestly. To take care of my skin. So we do this is my skincare routine in the morning. So it's about to be winter. Today is it's 60 degrees outside. I'm so excited! That means I can wear a sweatshirt. Paula's Choice toner. Good molecules hyaluronic acid. Good molecules we got discoloration serum. Black Girl sunscreen. That's my morning skincare. When it gets really cold out, what I'll do is moisturize and then put a separate sunscreen on it. But yeah, the days are getting shorter, and I think a lot of people know that that means that mental health issues start to really creep back up, which is why it's really crucial for me to have a routine. So that's the tea. That's the tea. These are the things I basically have to do in order to be a functioning human being. They're not meant to make anyone feel some type of way or for me to seem like I'm more productive than others. I truly treat my morning routine as a way to help me deal with the stress of the world. Okay friends, now that we have cleaned the apartment, everything's in order. It is 7:20 and I'm gonna go on a 40-minute walk. I like to be back here by 8 to journal for 20 minutes and then get to work. Like, I'm actually running a little bit late because I had a lot more cleaning to do, but it's Friday, which means, you know, I can work later, so chilling. Anyway, let's go to walk. Morning routine already had a stop up. I got to Starbucks and I was like, it's so cold, like it's fall. I'm gonna get a latte, which is like a treat for me. I don't love too many sweet things I just like taste-wise don't love a lot of sweet things, but it felt like fall and I needed it. 20 minutes. They gave me a gift card because I waited so long. So that's okay because it's Friday, which means I do have something at work until 4, but then I'm gonna go on a long walk at 4. It's gonna feel amazing. So this fucking latte, it's good though. It's really good. I'm really glad I got it. Let's journal. Okay, so I want to talk about why I do a few of the things that I've done so far before we end this video and I get started with work. The truth of the matter is, a lot of the things I do, it's not something that like even a year ago I was doing consistently, and I've seen a major change in my mental health when I do these things. So the first is the walk. Even though I didn't get on to go as long as I wanted today, I go on a walk because I need to release the pent up energy that's in my body. If you're someone with ADHD or anxiety, it's really, movement is a way to take care of your mental health, at least it is for me right now. So it's always really amazing to go on that walk. When I'm not feeling it, I turn on a playlist, and when I am, I listen to an inspiring podcast. Today was like a Lewis Howes one or something, and those are really helpful for me to just like get in that space of like getting inspired to take on the day. Then when I journal, sometimes I do it before my walk, sometimes I do it after. Journaling for me is the best thing to do for self-reflection because it's much harder to move forward with the growth that you've made when you're not recognizing it. So when you sit down to journal every single day, something that you do is literally reflect on how you're feeling and give yourself a space to genuinely like check in with yourself. And in a world where we're constantly on social media, we're distracting ourselves from what's going on, that itself is a revolutionary act, to be with yourself without any technology around you and just like think about how you feel. And I got started because I was using a journal that had a lot of prompts in it, and journal prompts can be really helpful, and it's just like 1 page a day, and that's a really good way to get started. But I also realized that journaling can be something that's really time consuming. I journal a lot. That's my like main way of getting out my feelings outside of walking. And so something I do every day when I don't have time to journal is I do a page of gratitude, goals, and affirmations. So gratitude will just be like, in that moment, what am I feeling grateful for? And some of them are lattes and the person at Starbucks. Even though that like basically ruined my morning walk, it was so nice that the person who was helping me was so kind to me and gave me the gift card afterwards and made sure I got my drink. The good podcast, I'm grateful for washer, dryer, and unit because I spilled wine on my comforter last night, and like I don't have to like go to a laundromat to wash it, you know, and so that's really nice. And then I write my goals out so that I can remember like what I'm working towards that day. And then affirmations for me is just whatever I need to hear. So I do daily affirmations on my Instagram stories. Every morning I do an affirmation. It depends on whatever the day is, and I just write out what I need to hear. So those are a few of the other main things I do for getting myself ready for the day. I'm gonna finish journaling and then we'll hop into work. This was yesterday's to-do list. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So much to be done. So now it's October. It is October 1st, the day I'm filming this. So we've got, so it's time to set October goals and to get on top of it. So the way that I make my to-do list in the morning is I pull from 3 different databases and my email. So in terms of database, that sounds like so intense, like it's not a fucking coding match, but I pull from my Notion, which has my everyday tasks that I need to do, what I'm eating for lunch, how I'm living my life that day. And then I pull from my project tracker at work. And then since it is Friday, there are 3 things I do every Friday, which are edit my brag book, prep for the week ahead, and do a calendar audit. And I am be sure to fill out my project tracker and make sure everyone at work knows what I'm doing. So that is what I'm gonna do because it's Friday. So then, as much as I love having things in electronic little databases, I have like 3 to-do lists, 1 for personal, 1 for content, and then my work ones, and they're all separate. And so I take a notebook and write it out. I really want to like make a journal that actually like has this all there, because as much as I love my digital templates, I have to write it down. Like I just need to. So that's what we're doing here. And I'm gonna pull all of that now, and then maybe I'll walk through my to-do list with you. So let's talk about everything I need to do, my goal setting for the rest of the quarter and for the rest of the year. So my goals for the rest of the year have obviously changed since the ones I set in like January based on what I did and didn't accomplish. So I sort of wrote out what I wanted to do this year based on a fear-based mentality. So what am I most afraid of? Let's conquer that over the next 3 months so that I can get where I want to go. So one of those things is content creation. Like I think I have a fear sometimes of being my full self with content. So my goal for at least the month of October is to go live on TikTok once a day. And that's just an example of some of the goals that I set for myself. And a way that I set goals is I like to answer why and how when I'm setting that goal. So for example, walk 10,000 steps a day. Why do I want to walk that 10,000 steps a day? It clears my mind, it helps me feel more at peace and calm, and it's also great for my body to keep it moving. I don't like how I feel when I don't walk 10,000 steps a day. And the how is, how am I going to walk 10,000 steps a day? Well, I know I'm gonna work out 4 times a week, and that's about a 5,000 step walk. I know I have an hour in the morning that I can walk and an hour in the afternoon I can walk. Okay, well, Alexis, what happens when it rains that day? I have a gym in my building that has a few treadmills. I'll go downstairs and I'll walk for 30 minutes. Everything is solved, perfect. So that's an example of how I'm setting goals for the rest of the year/quarter and for the month as it is October 1st. Another thing that I did is go ahead and write down all the general things I need to do. So health-wise, what do I need to do? I have a bunch of doctor's appointments. Which doctor's appointments do I need to schedule, etc. Travel-wise, what do I need to do? So I'm going to Mexico City this year. Jeff and I are probably going to visit his family in Rwanda again, and I am also going to we're also gonna go home to visit my family in St. Louis in November. So what do I need to do to make sure all my travel things are in order? Like, wrote down just the general big things to do and put in my calendar when I'm gonna do those, and that really helped me so much. So I hope that these ideas help you too. That is the end of my morning routine / how I set goals, how I plan for the rest of the quarter. If you want to check out my Notion documents, definitely look into holisticism. They have really amazing Notion templates. I'll link them down below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget, you are too smart to not love yourself.